Well, welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. Normally when I do my book reviews here, I go with two titles. Well, this week it's a bonus. I'm going to give you three books that you might consider when you're out shopping for books. They're all very highly recommended. The very first one is Falling by T.J. NEWMAN. This is published by Avid Reader Press and it retails for $32.95. Talk about an amazing success story. T.J. NEWMAN was a former bookseller and she became a stewardess. She'd never written before. So she wrote this book during red-eye flights when most of the passengers were sound asleep. It is amazing. She also pitched this idea to 41 literary agents. Every one of them turned her idea for the book down until lucky number 42. And he's the one, he had a vision. He thought the book had possibilities, and thank goodness he did, because the book was not only published, but now film rights have been optioned. And it's going to make a dynamite movie just as it's made a dynamite book. It's a book that you will want to read. I actually read it all in one day. It was that engrossing. Now the book revolves around Bill Hoffman, who is a airline pilot. He goes to work one day and he's on the flight from Los Angeles to New York, and he suddenly gets a message from his wife, supposedly on her cell phone. But when he talks to the person, he finds out that it's a person named Sam, and he has his wife and two children hostage. In fact, explosives are strapped around his wife's body. Sam is holding the detonator, and he threatens to kill them all unless Bill Hoffman crashes the plane with 149 people on board. What a dilemma. And he's to tell no one. So the book gets more thrilling by the second as you wonder what he's going to do. Now, he does let two people know, Joe, a flight attendant, and Big Daddy, who is also on board as well. They're told, but what really can they do? Joe manages to contact someone by the name of Theo to alert them. But as the truth and the facts come out, we find out that there is another co-pilot on board who also is an accomplice of Sam's. So it's like if Bill tries to get away with it and not do anything, his co-pilot will make sure the plane crashes. So it turns into what in the world are they going to do? So I don't want to give away too much of it, but let's just say page by page it becomes more riveting. You will definitely not be able to put this book down. T.J. NEWMAN, what an amazing debut novel for this stewardess. If she can write this well while doing bits and pieces while the passengers are sleeping, think of what she can do if she makes a writing career full time. So you will definitely fall in love with the book Falling. Very highly recommended. The second book of note this time out is Game On, Tempting 28 by Janet EVANOVICH. This is published by Atria and it retails for $38.99. Anyone who's read a Janet EVANOVICH Stephanie Plum book knows they're in for a really interesting time. Besides being a mystery, there's so much comedy that you'll be laughing right along with the book. Janet EVANOVICH has a way with words, and the fact that she has done 28 Stephanie Plum novels, all bestsellers, is a testimony to her writing prowess. And this one is certainly no exception. It revolves around a man by the name of Oswald Wednesday, who has not gone for his court appearance. He's skipped out, so it's up to Stephanie and her sidekick Lula to hunt him down. But coming also into the picture is Diesel, who is a former acquaintance of Stephanie's, who was last seen a couple of years ago. They had a sort of a romantic interest, or at least he thought she had a romantic interest in him. So he disappeared for 2 years. Now he's come back, also to deal with Oswald Wednesday, because Oswald Wednesday somehow hacked into Diesel's boss's computer. So his boss wants Diesel to hunt down Oswald as badly as Stephanie wants to hunt down Oswald. Now, there's also a group called the Baked Potatoes. They are 4 computer hackers who have hacked into Oswald's computer system, because Oswald is a genius computer hacker who's built, well, organizations out of millions through his computer savvy. Well, they're hunting him down, but he is also hunting down the Baked Potatoes. He has killed 2 of the members of the Baked Potatoes group, and he's cut out their tongues. So it's very interesting. Now, there's just so much going on, of course. Morelli, who is Stephanie Plum's main squeeze, he enters the picture along with another guy, Ranger, who's also part of her group, and it's like she has feelings for, well, sort of all 3 guys, but Morelli is her number 1 squeeze. So there are so many throwaway lines, so many funny situations. Bats flying into Lula's hair, and the quips that Lula makes is just, well, you'll laugh out loud in many, many places. So if you want a book where you can put your brain in neutral and enjoy a mystery with so many laughs that you think it's a comedy, it's a mystery then. Let's put it that way. So game on. Get your game on and add this book to your collection really soon. And the final book of note is The Darkest Flower by KRISTIN WRIGHT. This is published by Thomas & Mercer, and it retails for $23.95. It's sort of a lower key type mystery book. It's not a murder mystery. It's an attempted murder mystery. The book is told in alternating chapters through the eyes of Kyra Grant, a mother, and Allie Barton, who is an attorney, a defense attorney. So what happens is Kyra Grant is president of the PTA, and she's well loved in school. And there's an end of school party for the graduating class, and smoothies are handed out. Now, she hands a smoothie to Summer Pierman, who is another mother, sort of a rival mother, and immediately Summer falls to the floor as if she's dying. So, bottom line is, the drink has been poisoned, the smoothie has been poisoned, and Kyra Grant is the number 1 suspect, because the poison that was used in the smoothie, Kyra grows in her backyard. So it's a deadly plant, monkshood, and so once she's arrested, she hires Allie Barton to represent her. Now, as we find out, Summer Pierman has a lot of enemies. She's not one of the nicest mothers on the PTA. She says terrible things about other children. So several mothers might have reason to poison her, but because Kyra handed her the deadly smoothie, she is the number 1 suspect, and she goes to trial. So as we find out, Kyra's husband, Miles, there's sort of a falling out. Like, he's with her, he supports her, but you get the feeling that it's not going to last. And so the court case is very interesting, but as we find out, some interesting facts come to the forefront as to who really poisoned her. And I'm not going to say who the person was, but there's a few surprises that you'll find by book's end. It seems those who really wanted Summer to die, well, they wanted to make sure she died, but she lived, and she lived to tell the tale. But So The Darkest Flower, like I said, it's a very slow-paced book. If you like a book, a book where you can read a chapter and you're not going to want to read nonstop and like it's riveting, I got to finish it. You'll want to read a couple of chapters and a couple more, but it's still recommended. So those are the 3 books I wanted to draw to your attention. Hopefully when you're out making your book purchases, you will consider these 3 books. So as always, I do thank you for your time and watching my videos, and I always welcome your comments, positive or negative. So as I always say, please stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and do stay in touch. Bye for now.